Hey guys, so I've been getting some requests for brow videos. So I've been putting it off for a really long time because I've been busy, so I just finally am sitting down to do it. Basically, I really just really started getting into brows. I always plucked and shaved them, but I never really did much anything else to them because, I don't know, I guess I just didn't want to. But I'm really starting to get into brow grooming and stuff like that. I've always kind of known how to do it, so that's never really been an issue. It's just I didn't really want to take the time to do it. So now that I'm taking the time to do it, I guess I will show you how I do my brows. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. So when shaping your brows, you kind of want to stick to a natural kind of shape. Brows frame your eyes, so you don't want anything funky looking. If you use like your natural arch, you can create kind of a little bit more of an arch, but sometimes that can end up being a little funky. I don't have a very high arch. My brows are a little more straight, and they're not like real high up. I don't typically like, my personal preference, I don't really like real high brows because then you're looking like you're constantly surprised, like if they're, if you bring them up too high. And then, then they look not as good. But that's just my personal opinion. I mean, everybody's got an old opinion. What you think works for you will work for you. So when shaping your brows, I'm going to use a little brush here to show you. The length of them this way should coincide if you put your brush on the side of your nose. Mine's a little short to that area, so I'm going to have to bring it in a little farther when I fill them in. This one's pretty much right on. So what you would want to do is take like a brush and put it right up against the side of your nose and into the inner corner of your eye. And that's where your brow should start. Where your brow should end is by doing the same thing, taking it to the tip of your nose, at the side of your nose, and to the outer corner of your eye. That's where your brow should end. Now where your arch should be is through the center. So that should be the highest point of your eyebrow. Which mine is pretty point on. I don't know about this side. Yeah, see, it's pretty close. So, that's how your eyebrows should be lined up with your eyes. So, I'm just going to go ahead and show you how to fill them in. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you how I tweeze mine really quick. I do not have my eyebrows waxed. I do not have them threaded. I tweeze them, which is why sometimes you'll see my videos, they sometimes look a little different. My eyebrows really vary from week to week from plucking and things. So they say you should shape from the bottom up, like always just tweeze from the bottom, but because I personally have a lot of hair in this area, I do tweeze on top too because it looks a little bit more polished. So what I like to do is just pick away any stray hairs that are up here. You're not always going to get them all because sometimes they're really super duper short and they're just hard to pluck. I use the Tweezerman stainless tweezerettes. These are like the little mini Tweezermans. So now I'm just going to go ahead and tweeze under here. I don't have a lot right there because I pretty much tweeze every day. My hair, all of my hair grows extremely fast. So I do, when I pluck, I have to pluck my eyebrows every day. I have to, all that, which can get really annoying, but hey, what do you do, So when I tweeze underneath, what I like to do is lift my brow up like this, and then I can see all these little short hairs that are growing in here, and so those are the ones I'm going to pluck now. You don't want to pull tight because you don't want to stretch the skin. You're just kind of like pulling the hair up. If you wanted to, you could take a spoolie and pull it, just the hair up, and then take your finger like that and hold it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is take my spoolie and push all this hair up. You can see how long these eyebrow hairs are. So I'm not going to cut them straight down to the base, but what I am going to do is I'm going to take these little tiny scissors right here that I have from a nail kit. These are actually perfect for trimming brows because they are bent up. See, they're at an angle, so less chance of cutting yourself if you just kind of, you know, anyways. So I'm not going to cut all of this off. I'm just going to trim them just to make them a little shorter and a little less Mad Hatter looking. Huh? Okay, so I'm just doing that on this part here. Now for this part here, the outer, or this part right here where your arch is, I'm going to comb this part down and do the same thing. You don't want to trim too much off because you can make them too short and then leave little gaps. So I'm only just trimming a little bit off. Okay, so now I'm just going to take my spoolie and brush those back into place. Spoolie brush is definitely something that everybody should have because not only are they great for eyebrows, but they're really good for like mascara for separating your lashes and stuff. Like if you get a little clumpies, there's no point taking your mascara brush that you use for your actual mascara and combing through them because you're just going to get more mascara on them. So if you want to separate, something like this is great to have. This is a Sonia Kashuk and it was only $1.99, so it's definitely affordable. Oop, I totally almost just poked myself in the eye. And my my brows are a little bit different. So it's hard to get your eyebrows exactly the same unless you have somebody do them. I particularly don't like to pay anybody to do them because once they mess up, I have to be mad at them. This way I can only be mad at myself. So usually on this brow, which is my right eyebrow, it's always a little bit more pointy here on the end. Doesn't matter how hard I try to fix that, it doesn't matter. I still get a little pointy there.